Rage, empathy, sadness, frustration. Trayvon Martin's murder evokes all of these emotions in those of us who have been closely following the story in recent weeks. Those of us who love black men, who know them as our fathers and sons and nephews, partners, students, teachers, husbands and friends. We know their humor, their intelligence, their snark, their swagger, their dreams for themselves, their families, and our communities. When we see Trayvon, we see them. And we also have a weary recognition of the familiar territory of violence and death perpetrated against black men. When we hear Trayvon's screams, we are reminded that we have been here before, starting nearly 500 years ago when 2 million Africans died, were killed, or committed suicide during the transatlantic slave trade. 2 out of 3 is the estimated number of men who embarked on that voyage from the west coast of Africa. Between the years 1882 and 1951, 3,437 black people were lynched in the United States, most of them black men. Fewer than 1% of lynch mob participants were ever brought to justice. 0 is the number of anti-lynching laws ever passed by the United States Senate, despite numerous attempts to introduce legislation in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. 105 is the number of years it took for the Senate to apologize for its failure to act when the first anti-lynching law was proposed. 2005 is when that finally happened, when the U.S. Senate approved Resolution 39. 18 is the number of white defendants executed for the murder of black victims in the U.S. since 1976. 252 is the number of black defendants executed for the murder of white victims in the U.S. since 1976. It's a number not likely included on the CDC's list of leading causes of death for black males between the ages of 15 and 34, where the most unforgettable number of all is 1. Homicide holds the number 1 spot on that list of causes of death for black men between the ages of 15 and 34. Now, it's easy to lose sight of the personhood of young black men amidst the jumble of numbers detailing the problems of young black men. But in the summer of 1955, the entire nation bore witness thanks to one devastated mother who offered up her personal and private grief for public and political scrutiny and launched a movement. Mamie Till Mobley allowed Jet magazine to publish the photos of the brutalized body of her son, Emmett Till. He was tortured and killed by a group of Southern vigilantes for allegedly whistling at a white woman, which is no more a crime than walking home in the rain with a bag of candy. Her courageous choice sparked an activist response that would ultimately give life to the contemporary civil rights movement. I thought of her this week as I watched tens of thousands of hooded supporters rally around the parents of Trayvon Martin in Florida and in New York's Union Square. Coming up, enough of us speaking for and about young black men. They are more than capable of speaking for themselves, and we'll hear what some of them have to say right here at my table. Next.